Hi guys, welcome to the part 2 of the video. In this video, we will talk about more of a deep down to the quant section. In the earlier video, if you've not seen that video, please see that first. They talk about the overview of the quant section in general. Fine. Now this is overall of the CAT paper, but this is more of a focus on quant section. Fine. So according to the non-disclosure agreement, there is no question which is actual question I've solved here in this paper. All the questions here are based on the paper. Fine, from the last year actual papers or the kind of question which are coming in CAT. Fine, just to give an overview. Fine, before I go into the deep down, I want to start comparing the exam. Now, these three are the last 3 years paper of the online CAT, and these are the last 3 years paper based on paper-based test, which is available with you as a hard copy. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to compare the paper. If you look at here, there were easy questions have gone up like anything. Fine, earlier used to be 7 easy questions, now almost 10 to 11 easy questions. Fine, 1.5 times more. Medium questions have been almost same. The number of questions have been almost same, but the main difference that have come in the number of difficult questions. If I compare CAT 2008 and 3, the level of difficulty have gone down almost 3 times. Fine. The problem is most of the mocks you have been taking as of now are all based on the tough paper, because normally they don't change their database. So you'll see the mocks which are very tough, but actual CAT, trust me, is very easy. I don't say this. Talk to anyone who've taken the CAT this year or last year, that they'll tell you the CAT was manageable. I won't say it's an easy paper, but it's a manageable paper. Fine. So this is our overview of the quant section of last few years. Fine. Now let's talk about the quant section in detail. First of all, quant section, I use the 2010 principle. If you're weak in quant, first of all, they're not 30 question quants. They're only 20 question. Fine. 20 question are based on quant. 9 to 10 question are based on DI. Fine. So if you're weak in quant, first of all, don't worry. It's not 100%, but only 33%, only 66% paper based on quant. But on the other hand, DI is the most ignored area, which normally people ignore. Look at yourself. Look at the time you've spent on quant and the time you spent on DI. Obviously, quant time will be 10 times more than the time spent on DI. But importance wise, DI is 1/3 of the paper. Fine, which we normally ignore. So I want you to work on that area as well. Fine. Anyway, we'll talk about DI afterward. Let's talk about the quant section first. Fine. All right. This year quant paper easy, 13 question easy, 7 question medium, 3 question difficult. Fine. Now this generally will change according to the individual person to person, but that's an overview kind of thing. There will be 11 easy question, 7 medium, and 3 tough questions. Find that in the quant section. Now this breakup is almost fixed for every year. Book-based question 7. Book-based mean the formulas, the concepts which are there in almost every book. 7 questions based on the books. Fine. Taking magic word, 5 questions based on that. I'll talk about the magic word in some time. I'll give you a few questions on that. Other shortcuts which we have 6 questions, and speed breaker 2 questions. Questions which are there to break your speed. So 11 questions I'm talking about here, which you can easily could have done with the shortcut out of that 21 bits. Almost 50% from this. 7 here, so probably 18 question could have been done out of 21 question which was there in the exam. Right, so let me start with the question which are showstoppers. Now I'm not saying this is a very difficult question, but it is going to waste your time. Obviously it's going to take a lot of time to solve the question. Fine, you can pause the video and look at the thing. A person go downhill, then plain walk, and then go uphill. Fine, the total time taken is 4 hours, downhill, uphill. How much time will take? Now this is a typical question which is there to waste your time. Fine. So your idea should be avoid this kind of a question, or do it towards the end if you get time. Fine. So if you try to solve this, answer is A. Fine. Second question, again this is a kind of a question which if you can get an answer, you'll get the answer within 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Fine. If you're not getting the answer, then it can take you ages to solve. This is a typical puzzle based question which is there to waste your time. So these are the 2 questions which were there in last year paper. Fine, which was there to waste your time. Fine, so please avoid these kind of questions. Fine, or do it towards the end. Fine, let's move to the shortcut part. Let's move to the seating magic word based questions. Fine, I'm not going to the detail of what is the magic word and all about. Let's work on the question. This is a earlier question which was there in CAT 2008, but again a very commonly repeated question in the every CAT. Fine, this was again in this year paper as well. All right, so can you find the range for X for inequalities? Now inequality is the typical topic which normally people leave for their exams. Fine, but if I use option, they already give you which is the option based on. In this kind of question, easiest thing to put is always 0. The moment you put 0, n equal to 0, x equal to 0, I'll get a 0. Fine, problem. So if I put x equal to 0, so 0 plus 0 minus 2 less than equal to 0, which is true. So mean my answer should contain 0. Option number 3, if I look at option number 1, it contains 0 here. Option number 2 contains 0 here. Option number 3 that does not contain 0, and 4 does not contain 0. So I'm down to 2 options. A and B are the only left solutions. Now if I put second option, n equal to 8 or x equal to 8 in this case, 2/3 of 8, 4, 1/3 of 8, 2, minus 2, 4 less than equal to 0. So answer is 4, which is not true. So it means 8 should not be the answer. So this is gone. So only option left with me is A. Fine. So what I'm doing here is giving you an easy method to solve this question. Otherwise, to solve this question, you have to put x 1/3 as y. So this is y square plus y minus 2 less than equal to 0. You'll get 2 equations. You'll get 2 roots. Then further, this is, you have done it a square of that, 1/3 of that. So again, further roots. But this is the easiest method to solve using the options. Fine. So inequalities question is one of the very common question which is in almost every year, and this is also it had. Functions, another question based on function. There will be 2 questions based on this. Now this question was in CAT 1994, 2003, I think 2003, 2006. 3 times the same or similar question of course have come and was again repeated last year as well. Fine. Sorry, this year as well. Where is find the minimum possible value of x. Fine. Now easy shortcut for this method is anything will be maximum or minimum when they become equal. So all I have to do is I have to equate both of them. So if I equate both of them as equal, these two parts, I'm getting x as 1/3. I'll put x equal to 1/3 here. I'll get my answer. Fine. X come out to be 5/3. The value of function come out to be 5/3. That is the minimum possible value of x. Now what I'm trying to do here is we're trying to solve every question of your CAT paper, actual this year paper. Obviously not the same question, but base question without using pen. Fine. This is what I want you to inculcate in yourself. I want you to try and find out shortcuts wherever possible. If you can join our workshops on IIMking.com, please, you're most welcome to do that. Otherwise, try to innovate, try to save your time. The answer is D donkey in this case. Fine. Another graph based question, again very common question in CAT. This was in last 4 years I've seen this question in CAT. I'm taking CAT for last 5 years. So every year I see one question based on graphs. Fine. Which of the following will be graph for this? This is a fairly simple question as compared to the what was in the exam. So x square minus 4. Fine. Again, easiest thing I can put is x equal to 0. The moment I put x equal to 0, I should get minus 4. So if this is your x-axis, this line, and this is your y-axis, if I put x equal to 0, this point, y should be minus 4, which is true here. This point is saying when x equal to 0, y is also 0. So this is out. Again 0, 0. Again 0, 0. The answer is A apple. 30 seconds to solve almost every question in graph. Fine. That's the beauty which you can inculcate yourself. Fine. So in this case, I can put 0, 1, 2 to confirm my value as well. Fine. Another easy question. Now, coordinate geometry is most of the time people ignore this topic. Coordinate geometry, trigonometry, these kind of questions which are now asked in CAT exam. Fine. So please do this thing. Find the question line which is parallel to this line. Remember one thing. Any line which is parallel to this line will have same values for x and y. So your answer should also contain 3x plus 7y or any multiple of that. So it can be also double of this, 6x plus 14y. So whichever equation which is not giving me 3x plus 4y is out. So this is gone. 3x and 7y, this is possible. 3x and 7y, this is possible. And 9x, 21, this is also possible. So these are the possible values of x and y. Now to solve this question, all I have to do is I have to put these 2 points, 4 and 8. Fine. The moment I put 4 and 8, I'll get my answer. If I put 4 and 8 here, this value is not 44. If I put 4 and 8 here, this value is not a negative, so that plus karke becomes 0. So answer is D donkey. Fine. See, you're taking 30, 40 seconds to solve this question. They are all actual questions. Trust me, this year CAT paper had almost 10 questions which were as easy as the solved examples. Fine. You won't believe me, you will go and see the paper. Fine. At least 10 questions. Obviously not that easy, but still doable. Now, this question is a solved example question. The problem is you've not done coordinate geometry, not done logs, you've not done probability. It will be very easy question coming from all these areas. Fine. Now this is a new question which was there in CAD this year and last year as well. Fine. Now question is find the whether this point lies on a circle or not, within the circle, outside the circle, or on the curve. Fine. Now for this question, normally you have to know this formula, which is the formula for x minus a whole square, x minus b plus x, y minus b whole square equal to r square, where a and b become center of the circle. So if this is your circle, a and b will represent the center and r will represent your radius. Fine. So normally what we do, we convert this into a equation of the axis of the circle. So I'm getting 1 and 2 as a center of a circle. Then what we normally do is we take this point and find out the distance between the line. Now if this distance, which is the radius, is less than 32, it's inside, the point will be inside. If it is equal to 32, point is on the circle. If it is more than 32, it's outside the circle. Fine. This is a typical approach to solve this question. But if I use my shortcuts, all you have to do is you have to put this value back into the equation. You put 3 and 2 here. If you are getting the value which is less than 4, your point is inside the circle. If you are getting equal to 4, then point is on the circle. If you are getting more than 4, point is outside circle. Very easy thing. Fine. For example, if I give you x plus y as 20, fine. If I find out a value where for x and y, for example 1 and 2, now if it is less than 20, then obviously my value of x and y have to be more than 1 and 2. Fine. Or sum should be at least more than 3, right? The same thing we are doing here. We are trying to put in the values into the circle and find out whether they are inside, on the circle, or outside. The moment I put it, I'm getting the value which is smaller than 4. So my answer is it's within the circle. Fine. See, 30 seconds to complete the question. Fine. All these questions are all based on, this is again actual question from a previous CAT paper, was but very similar to what came into the exam. So y is equal to log 10 of x and y is equal to x minus 1 are drawn on the xy and how many times they intersect for the value x greater than 1. Fine. All these questions you can easily do using shortcuts, which I'm going to teach in the workshops. Yeah, so if you can join my workshop, that will be of a very good help for you. Fine. Another question on special equations. Find the number of solutions which are there for 2x plus 4y is equal to 40. Fine. Where x have to be less than y. Easiest way to solve this question will be put in x equal to 1, 2, 3. Put x equal to value as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 9 and find the value corresponding value of y till the time x is less than y is my answer. So please pause this video and try to solve each and every question because they're all very commonly repeated questions in the exam. Fine. Another CAT question. Now this question was in CAT 2000. Fine. Exactly same question came in CAT 2005. Now this is 2000. Fine. You can pause the video and try to solve it yourself. Now this question is 2005. Same A100. Find out the value of A100. Fine. This kind of a question is coming every year. This is 2008 question. Similar question was in 2012 as well. 2000. Every year this question is coming. Now 10, 12. Every year this question is coming. Fine. So please go through this question, this type of question as well. There's a shortcut available for you. If you have joined us, you will see all the shortcuts there. Fine. Now this is one of the question which I'm talking about almost for last 5 years. This question is coming from CAT 2006 onwards. Every year there's a question on cubic equation, and I'm telling my student to do this topic, telling everyone to do this topic, but still a lot of people don't do this. Please don't ignore this thing. It's a very important concept for the exam. Fine. X cube, find the root of the whichever following is the root. Now this question is very simple. Fine. Because all I have to do is I can put back the options, put x equal to this and this. I'll immediately get whichever of the following will give me a 0 is my answer. Right. So please try to solve this question. Please pause each of every question, try to solve it yourself. Fine. Another CAT question. This is one of my favorite questions. Fine. Now let's try to do it yourself. There are two concentric circles. Now there will be one question almost every year from 2005 onward based on the circles touching each other or concentric or borderline cases. A man ran the speed of 60 km/h from point A outside the circle on the outer circle B to the same circle in such a way he ran tangent to the inner circle. Fine. If I try to draw it myself, it will look like this. I'm going from point A to point B. If his speed is 60 km per hour, he runs for 50 minutes, so distance traveled is 50 km. Find the radius of outer circle. Fine. Because it's a uniform figure, if you've joined CE-taking workshop, I've done a concept of uniform figures, that in a uniform figure, uniform figures, everything will be constant, everything will be common. So this thing is nothing but a square which is being formed here. If I draw all these 4 lines, I'll form a square with side as 50. If both the sides are 50, how much will be diameter? 50 root 2. How much will be the radius? 25 root 2. Fine. So these are the kind of shortcuts which I want you to inculcate in yourself. Again, a very good question. A circular sheet is cut from 20 radius. 4 concentric circle of radius 5 centimeter each are cut out. Find the ratio of the cut to uncut. Now a diagram should look like this. Now ideal way to solve this question is find out the bigger circle minus 4 times छोटा circle will give you the unshaded portion. Divide by what is the ratio of the uncut to cut. Divide by 4 circles. 4 small circles. This is my actual question. Now 2 pi r, I know 2 pi r formula is pi r square, sorry. So I can use the formulas and solve this question. Now if I want to use this formula without using the formulas, now bigger radius is 4, smaller radius is 5. Fine. If I say one triangle is similar to other triangle, if this side is 1, this side is 3, the ratio of the sides is 1:3. What is the ratio of the areas? The length become 1/3, area become 1/3, area will become 1/9, because length and breadth, length and base, everything reduced to 1/3, area will be 1/9. Or in other words, whatever is their ratio of their sides, square of that will be the ratio of the area, cube of that will be the ratio of the volume, so 1/27. Now I'm taking the similar triangle concept and expanding onto the circles as well. If this circle was 20, radius 20, this was radius 5, the ratio is 4:1. So area will be 16:1. So this means bada circle will have a radius 16, small circle will have radius 1. So this side is 16, 4 times small circle, 4 times 1, so 4, divide by 4. So ratio is 12/4 or 3:1. How much time? 1 minute. Again, I'm not saying you can't do this question otherwise. Obviously, there are millions of methods available to solve this question. But right now, my objective is to give you shortcuts to solve all these questions which are based in this year CAT paper. Yep. All right. So there are going to be 11 to 12 questions which are based on shortcuts which you have to score. And shortcuts normally varied on the question which takes normally more time to solve. Fine. Book-based question. Now, if you have joined CE-taking already, so these orange books, which are your basic books, the first set of books, and the phase 2 books which you've got now. Phase 3 is for non-CAT exam, which I'm going to introduce you after the CAT exam for SNAP and MAT, CMAT. Fine. So phase 1, phase 2 books are more than sufficient. Your green books are all the actual papers of CAT which is there in the book. So please go through them. Fine. Then nothing can be a better question than the actual question itself. So please don't miss out on all those things. Fine. If the number of diagonals is 45, find the exterior angle of the triangle, exterior angle of the polygon. Now this question was there in CMAT, CAT and NMAT this year. Fine. So please do this question. It's a very important topic. Fine. Interior angle, there's a formula for everything. Interior angle, exterior angle and your number of diagonals. All you have to do is you have to put in the values into the formula. There was a question in CAT 2000. This year CAT as well. Now area for triangle, all these areas, Hero's formula, half base into height, there will be one question each in almost every exam. Fine. For example, this question was in CAT 2008, 2006, 2000 later on as well, including this year there will be a question which will be based on the formula, this thing for your exam. Fine. Now all the roots are positive, find the value of C and D. Yep. Now this is a polynomial expression. If you have remember the rules. Alright, this is a very common question again in the exam. So please just copy paste the rules and solve the question. Fine, satisfy the equation. Now again it's a search, very simple common sense question based on search. Yeah, so please try to do it yourself. Fine. Another question which is based on averages. Again, another very easy question. Directly copy paste from the books type of question. Fine. Find the mensuration of the E here. If they've given you all the side, this side is one side is 2, one side is 0.5, this is zero point 0.5, zero point 0.5, this is again 0.25, 0.25, sorry. So 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, find the area. So again, very simple question to break them into rectangles. So I'm getting 3 small rectangles and one big rectangle. You have to add them, or you take a total area minus these two areas, whichever way is easier for you. Fine. Again, a very common question on mensuration. This question is there almost every year. I don't know, since time I'm taking exam from last 5 years, there will be one question based on this. So again, you pause the video and try to do this. Volume of the time required to. It's a very common question. Fine. Another question, two question based on CAT day 1 and CAT day 2. And these are the type of question which are there. Alright, set theory. Again, one very simple question based on set theory. Again, you have seen this question in the exams in your solved examples of the books. Fine. So please go through them again. Fine. If sum of the third and ninth term of a AP is there, find the sum of 11 terms. Again, very these are all questions you have seen. Trust me, they are the. If you pick up any book, you will see this question. Fine. A shake in 2 is 2 is to 3 is to 1, 3 is to 2 is to 1. If the area increased by 20, B by 10, C by 30% every year, find the ratio of the shake after 2 years. Now A increased by 20%. Right now this is 3 to 1. Increased by 20%, I can say 1.2, 1.2, 2 times. 1 increased by 20%, 1.2. B increased by 10% for 2 years, 1.1, 1.1. And C increased by 30% every year, so 1.3, 1.3. 13 square 169, 11 square 121 double 242, and 3 into 144, 432. So option A. Again 30 seconds, 40 seconds to solve this question. Fine. So you have to inculcate all these kind of shortcuts. Fine. Another arithmetic question. Fine. Again, find the log. These three are the logs, so find the possible. Again, all these questions not in the this year paper, but there are a couple of questions which were similar to what the paper was last year. So I wanted to give you the example of these questions as well. Fine, obviously because they've crossed the number of questions, 20 questions we have obviously crossed as of now. Fine. So just to give you a flavor of these are the kind of questions which are coming in the exams. Alright, so these are the workshop which I conduct from IIMking. So if you can attend the workshop, that'll be great. They're all detail is available all on IIMking.com. Fine. Now what I want to do in last few days before your exam. Now the objective of this workshop is that now I've taken the day 1 of the exams and you are going to take your exam after a few days. Now in this time, what to do and what not to do. Fine. So what to do is basics. I've told you there will be 7 to 8 questions which will be based on your solid examples or easy question. All the important areas which I've discussed in your earlier video. Work on your weak areas. Identify shortcuts. If you can join IIMking workshop, trust me, it's more than sufficient time. If you target, for example, in this workshop, you target 2 workshops a day, within 6 days, you'll be able to complete your syllabus. And the objective is to increase your score by at least 20 marks in CAT papers using these workshops. Alright, followed by mocks. If you are already scoring well, please take 1 mock a day. Fine. Actual paper is very important to go through all the actual papers of CAT. Fine. Last but not least, don't lose hope if you are not prepared well for the CAT. Don't worry, there are other exams coming up. SNAP, NMET, CMAT, ZAT, IFT. There are a lot of exams in the pipeline. CAT is just taken as the first exam. Fine. All the best. Thank you. If you want to contact us, you can contact me on 9820500380 if you want to join us. Or you can join me on Facebook on facebook.com/Ravgan for any kind of information. Fine. We have an online forum where we are discussing all the similar question of CAT. So please, if you can go to the forum, that'll be great for you to join this forum. Fine. All the best. Thank you.